It's really important that you give players an opportunity to rectify and to improve, and I think it shows confidence in the group. I think it shows that there's good cohesion, and it was tough calls, but the decision from the group and from the players that we go again with the same, that everyone deserved that. I mean, sometimes as a coach, you make one or two changes to a team, particularly my first game in charge, the second game. That can sometimes just send the wrong picture. So I fully trust the group that we have to go again. We learned a lot against Wales. There's a certain amount of moxie that you need to play this game, and it's important that we understand that you need to have that as well as having the smarts. You need to be able to go into those physical cauldrons and compete. So I think the group are aware of the areas that we're working on. They've applied themselves brilliantly this week. And now we just have to go out to France and test ourselves against what is a formidable opposition, but somebody I think who's there, for the taking if we can just bring what we want to bring to the game. On video review, head coaches will always look back on the game and look at the officiating, and you look at points that could have been better and could have been worse, both sides of the ball. I think there was some cases earlier on where we were on the ball in a position to win penalties and we didn't, and that nearly altered how we went out in the second half. And kind of that's something maybe that I think we should have done better and talked to the referee more, because I thought there were a number of instances where our player, Jackler, was over the ball, holding onto the ball early on, and I thought we'd won some turnovers. We didn't get them. We were told to get our hands off, and the play went on. So it meant in the second half that we tended to kind of go, tackler +0 nearly, and we spread to try and bring more power. But then when you're under pressure and all of a sudden your maul's under pressure and your contact points are under pressure, you begin to get lazy and you begin to try and win penalties. And unfortunately, that was one of our big lessons. As a KPI, you can't be giving away 14 penalties in an 80-minute game of rugby. I mean, there were 19 penalties in our game. In other games this weekend, the Six Nations, there was nearly 30 in one game. So 19 isn't a huge amount of penalties. 14 isn't ideal, but I've been involved in teams where it's been higher than that as well. So we need to keep the penalty count down for sure, because that adds to your team's ability to hold momentum and to keep momentum. And if you give away penalties, you're allowing teams the opportunity to hold on to momentum for longer. I think it'd be wrong of me as a coach if you think you're going to be playing like swashbuckling rugby the whole time. Rugby's a game where you need to be able to play the structured and the unstructured. There's no doubt that we've focused on the unstructured and our ability to be skillful and play open. We also need to have the ability to play tight and to play narrow. So I think it's one of those things, like our plan and our vision doesn't change at all. It's the exact same vision that we had before Wales. But we grow and we understand, look, this is great, but there's some things that we need to tidy up on in order to be more successful. So I think, like everything else, we had really good support from Dave Nusafora, from the likes of Paul O'Connell and John Fogarty, who helped out my coaches and did a lot of work on our prep as well. So to have their support is great. That the vision that we have is one that we have full confidence in. That doesn't change this weekend against France, no matter what the result is. We're really comfortable with our process, and we just got to get better at it. And it's going to take a bit of time maybe for us to gel and to link and to build up our caps and to build our cohesion. But I'm just like, where else do you want to be? You're representing Ireland. You're heading over to France. Everyone thinks France are going to win, and I'm just so excited to get on the plane to get going now.